I'm 8 years natural and I could have gotten where I am right now in a shorter period if only I had known these 5 things. If you want to find out what I'm talking about, then keep on watching. Make sure not to click off this video, watch it to the end because the last one will surprise you. Number 1, doing too much. Almost every new natural go through this phase where they are literally searching for what works and they end up using a ton of products, doing many different hairstyles just to find what works. But when you're just starting out, you just need simplicity, that's all. So once you find that one set of products or that one hairstyle that works, you just literally need to stick to that. You don't need to try anything else. Even if you stumble up on new people that are doing something that looks interesting and it's a bit persuasive, you feel like if you try that it might just work for you, please, I am begging you, do not change what is already working for you to do something that someone else is doing, because a lot of the times it ends up not working out for you. It ends up setting you back. You end up encountering unnecessary problems that could have been avoided if you had just stick to what you were already doing that was working. I'm not saying you shouldn't try new things, but before you do, just be careful, do your research properly, and make sure you are positive that this thing will not spoil your hair, mess up your progress, and set you back. Number 2, too much of anything can be bad. It doesn't matter how beneficial that thing is. If you overdo it, overuse it, it will be bad. Moisture is good, but if you over moisturize your hair, it will have a negative effect on your hair. You will end up with moisture overload, and if you overuse protein, you can end up with protein overload. Also, washing your hair too much will cause your scalp to become dry, and even your hair will become dry, and that will lead to breakage. When I just started my natural hair journey, I was washing my hair weekly, and that turned out to be too much for me, not just for my hair and scalp, but for me physically. So I had to go back to the drawing board, figure out how to do it, and then I came up with 2 weeks to a month, and that works perfectly for me now. So always try to strike a balance in everything you do when you're taking care of your hair. Number 3, techniques are just as important as products. Now, every new natural tends to fall into the trap of believing that products are what grows your hair. No, products are just one part of the equation. If you're only focusing on products and you are ignoring good hair care practices and techniques, then you'll have some serious problems. You'll find that your hair feels stuck because even though it's growing, you're not implementing good hair care practices like being gentle, detangling in the correct way, protecting your hair at night, trimming when needed, protective styling. Things like these are categorized as good hair care practices and techniques. So if you aren't implementing those but you're using good products, you will have an imbalance because both of them work together. So you need to use good products and good hair care practices / techniques for you to achieve the best results. An example is you use moisturizing products on your hair is moisturized, but then you go in with a comb and you yank your hair. So even though your hair is moisturized, it should be soft and so, but you're not detangling gently, so you'll still encounter or you still experience breakage. Everything needs to be 50-50 when it comes on to products and hair care techniques and good hair care practices. So just keep that in mind. I wish someone had told me that, because in the beginning I was using products but I didn't know how to take care of my ends. As yet, I didn't know that I need to trim them. I didn't know that I need to detangle a certain way from the ends and work my way up to the roots and not the roots and down to my ends. And I also didn't know that protective styling actually makes it so much easier to grow your hair because your hair is resting in your protective style. You're not over manipulating your hair so you don't experience unnecessary breakage. Number 4, do not be afraid to change what is no longer working in your routine. This is not always easy because sometimes we're sentimental to a particular thing in our routine, especially if it's something that was really working and we enjoyed doing or even using. This could be a product. If you find that your hair no longer likes that product, do not be afraid to change it, to switch it out, and just go on that journey of finding something new that your hair likes. Sometimes it could even be a protective style. For example, I have been a twist girly for the longest while, and trust me, twist really worked for me in the earlier part of my natural hair journey. I grew my hair very long wearing twists, but at some point my hair just felt stuck and I decided to make a switch to braids. And from my switch to braids, it's like my hair, it's doing well. My hair was stuck at 18 inches for the longest while, and it has moved to 20. That is the back section of my hair that grows the slowest, and other parts of my hair has also grown while in my braids. I still do twists from time to time, but I just prefer braids now because this is what's working for me at this stage in my natural hair journey. Your hair changes as you age, changes as the years go by, so sometimes things will just stop working. Just give them a break, find something new, and then maybe later on you can try those things again, and if they work for you at that time, you can, you know, pick up where you left off. But don't take it personal, don't be too sentimental or too attached, because it's just a part of life. Things are just always changing, and that includes your hair. Number 5, if you feel like you're doing everything right in your routine but your hair is still not growing, sis, let me be honest with you, it might be a medical issue, right? You might be low in some vitamins and minerals, you might be deficient somewhere, so go and get checked. Or if you already know what you could be low in, because we're women and we, you know, have menstrual cycles, and each month we lose minerals. So if you know that you could be low in iron, zinc, or any one of the minerals that is essential to keep your hair healthy and growing, then you can feel free to get your vitamins and start taking them so you can replenish what has been lost during the month or months if you've just not been supplementing at all. But if you don't know what you're deficient in, you can go ahead and get checked. For dark skin ladies like myself, we tend to have vitamin D deficiency because, you know, it's harder for our skin to absorb the vitamin D, and sometimes we live a busy lifestyle. We're always in the office, we work from home, and we're just not outside as often or as enough as we need to be so that we can get that natural vitamin D from the sun. So if that's you, then you could be vitamin D deficient, and vitamin D also plays a very important role in hair growth. If you're vitamin D deficient, you can experience things like hair loss, hair thinning, and just, yeah, tons of problems. So just go on and get those things checked, get your health checked, so that you can be sure that you fix the problem, so your hair can start growing long, healthy, and strong again. And that is it for the 5 things that I wish someone had told me. These things can literally change the game for you and make your hair journey easier and a lot more rewarding. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and also leave your feedbacks in the comments. You know I always love to hear what you guys have to say. And that is it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Just one part of the equation. If you're only focusing on products and you are ignoring good hair care practice practices and techniques, then you'll have, number one, you don't need to be doing you don't need to do too much. Now every new natural tends to fall into the trap of thinking and of now every new natural tends to fall into the trap of believing that product